Very good afternoon to all the viewers and followers of Body Mind Soul Magazine live talk show number 63. A very good afternoon to all of you, and this is a beautiful Saturday over here in Malaysia. And today we will be having Vartika Mehta all the way from Mumbai to join us and talk about 4F to restore which is your gut health and weight. Okay, Personally, all right, I am more concerned about the weight, but I would really love to know, how is weight and gut relates together? How many of you know that your gut health is very, very important? Let me know where are you tuning it from, and also drop a note and say hi, send your love to me, and so that, I can feel your love. It's been such a long time. We did not manage to have physical connection with all my friends and all the viewers over here. I am for one person who particularly look forward to have physical events, but that has to be a dream for the time being. Okay, so help me to share out this live talk, and so that we can benefit and impact more lives positively, collectively, with your help as well. Isn't that wonderful? So Body Mind Soul, if this is the first time you join us, Body Mind Soul, you might question, what is Body Mind Soul all about? We have been established since 2014 as a magazine, and our aims and our desire has always been to impact lives positively. And you know what? One of the best things that we have done is making sure that all of you can join Body Mind Soul community and read our entire collection digital free for you. As long as you have an account, which is free to sign up, you can read all the magazines for free. You have 3 audio articles where you can listen to, and you also get a chance to join our quarterly workshop, which is worth 180 ringgit every quarter, and one of it is coming up in September 19, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so let me know where are you tuning from, and are you as excited as I am to have someone all the way from Mumbai sharing with us 4F. And I wonder whether you know what the 4F is. Not the F that you think you know, at least not the F that I think I know, to restore your gut health as well as weight. So I can see some viewers, everyone are rather quiet, but can you just let me know where are you coming from? At least I know who you are there, and help me to also share it out. And if you are watching it from YouTube, there is a comment area where you can also type in your comment as well. Remember, Body Mind Soul is all about impacting lives positively, and we are here to engage with you. I love engagement with all the audience. So if you have any questions for me or even for our guests later, please feel free to prep your question, type it in. So for the comments to appear on my screen, it takes a little while. So just be with me and be a little patient, and I'll definitely pull out the question for you so that we can get Vertika to answer. So is everyone ready? Let me see. My guest is definitely ready. So do this together with me. Wow. Hello. Hi. Kushbo from Jaipur. Did I pronounce it correctly? Never mind. I'll get Vartika to pronounce it for me. Hello. Hi. So nice to see you all the way from India as well. Jaipur. I think it's India, right? That song, Jaipur. I don't know. I'm just joking. Okay, Lau. Hello. Yes. Ready. Okay, very good. Warm up your palms. Even though you are not right in front of me, do this together so you are participating together with me. We get that participation ship together, okay? Warm up your palm, and then you clap. Make sure you have that thing. Okay, when I'm clapping, my guest is walking away from her spot. Okay, so how about all of you? Let us just warm up again, all right? Let us just warm up again, and let me see. Vartika is back. All right. Okay, so let us warm up our palm and clap again. And we get Vartika on stage together with me, Vartika Mehta, all the way from Mumbai, certified holistic health coach. Hi, Vartika.
Hi, namaste.
Namaste. So how are you, Vartika?
I'm well, I'm good actually. How are you doing?
I'm having fun, and I want to ask you how to pronounce this.
Jodhpur. Jodhpur.
Jodhpur.
It's
Jodhpur.
Jodhpur. Yeah,
And
it's in
Jodhpur.
Rajasthan. Yes.
Rajasthan. I fail my geography. But it's
Hi,
okay. It's good
Kushbu.
to it's good to have a variety of crowd joining us today, Vartika. But Vartika, before we go in straight to our topic, 4F to restore our gut health and weight. Can you please share a little bit of the background of yours with our audience here, who might be the very first time hearing you as well?
Sure, Christina. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me over. I'm Vartika Mehta, and I have an experience of around 14 years. I
Mm,
I'm a postgraduate in nutrition first. Then I moved to Bombay, and after moving to Bombay, so Jodhpur is my hometown. So after moving to
wow.
Bombay, I again did some more studies, worked in a few hospitals, and worked with some organizations. And then recently, I took a certification from the US, which certifies me as a holistic health coach. I'm also certified in yoga, uh, asana practices, and the yoga therapy, and also Garbha Sanskar, that is basically uh, helping people who want to conceive, who want to bring children to their life. So helping them. So
Wow.
it's not just maternal nutrition. It is also
Mm-hmm.
about the paternal nutrition, the father,
Mm.
and the emotional well-being and everything basically related to childbirth. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
yes. So,
interesting. Not just maternal, but paternal as well. This is the first
paternal,
time someone
yes,
say this.
yes.
Bring this awareness. We always focus on the mother, but without the father contributions, there's no life being created as well. So that's
Exactly,
very beautiful. That's
exactly,
very beautiful. We have quite a
exactly.
lot of viewers from everywhere. We have Angel here from Mumbai. We have Araf and Avir from Bangalore. Oh, I miss Bangalore. I've been to Bangalore before. I miss Bangalore.
Oh, wow.
Hello, yes. Okay, so Pratika, can I just ask you a little bit? You have so much of different expertise, in your hands. But what is a holistic coach, holistic wellness coach? What is the difference? Yeah.
See, yeah. So the thing is that we are not just the food that we eat. We are also, we, as your magazine says, mind, body, and soul. So we are a
Yeah.
combination of everything, the mind, body, and soul.
Mm,
And holistic health coach looks after mind, body, and soul. So we
mm,
look at the spiritual part. We also look at the relationship of people, how it is, because they do affect your emotional well-being, also the nutrition, also physical movement and exercise, because we are a combination of this. Okay, so holistic means all round, wholesome, looking at a person from all perspectives, from everywhere, from top to bottom, from left to right. This is a holistic health coach, and we work on upgrading the level of your wellness, because nobody
wow.
is perfect, neither am I. Nobody here is. We are all work in progress. So
Yes.
a holistic health coach helps them, go up step by step, one step at a time, one day at a time. And
Mm,
it's like a journey, we do together, uh, helping each other. I also learn through the process, because even every person is so different. I have learned so much from you, Christina. So so every
thank you.
person is just so different, so different. And it's a process. So coaching is a
Mm,
process, and holistic means all round development, all round aspect, every
mm,
aspect of an individual: physical, emotional, mental,
mm.
social, everything, everything.
That is why we always since the very beginning in 2014, when we just started off as a magazine. Of course, eventually we have ventured into event management. We run carnivals, we run festival, and of course this live talk, because of the pandemic, we have been doing this on weekly. We always say that Body Mind Soul advocates a holistic positive lifestyle. So you really explain holistic wellness in totality. So thank you very much. Maybe I should cut that and then just run it off every time when someone asks me what is holistic. Anna, listen. Playback button. I don't have to explain so much. Anyway, yes. All
It's
right. So to
everything,
all,
just one
yes,
word: everything, everything
yes,
that
it's
makes
like a
us. It's
whole. Yeah.
holistic. It's whole.
Yes,
It's
that's why
everything.
it's body, mind, soul. It's so
So
perfectly explained. And to all the audience, if you have any questions for Vartika or even myself, feel free to type it in the comment, and then we will take the time to also answer your question. This live talk is not about me and Vartika, it's more about you as well. So we really wish, all the tips and all the highlights that Vartika is about to share, it will benefit you. It will be something that you can practice right away. I like the F's, yeah, that she is about to share later. So stay tuned with it. But before we go into it, Vartika, very quick one. We talk about guts and obesity, right? So what is a healthy gut?
Okay. If I say a healthy gut is the one which makes you feel happy, would it be acceptable?
Wow.
See, whenever you wake up in the morning, okay, you have your stomach should be clean as soon as you visit the loo. Okay, that is a
Mm-hmm.
healthy gut. If you feel good after visiting the loo, if you don't feel that pokiness in your bum, that is a healthy gut. If you're not gassy and burping and belching, that's a healthy gut. Absence of
Oh,
disease is a healthy gut. And my mom used to say all diseases start from your gut. If your gut is okay, that means you are disease free. Gut
oh, wow.
is the place from where your immune system is built. Gut is the place from where your emotions are built. Have you ever seen, if you look at a person, okay, who's always have a grumpy face, I bet he
Mm-hmm.
has he has constipation, because it just makes you feel very very uneasy from inside. It just makes you, and no matter what you do to please that person would never be happy, because he's constipated and his attention is there, you know. So simply explain it. It sounds damn funny, but it is true. A person who's grumpy all the time, a person who's angry all the time, a person, his gut is not okay. There is something wrong with them. Like, look at children. Look at children. They're happy. They are the best examples, and I love to give that example. They are happy when they have a happy potty, okay. And when they are gassy, they are in trouble. The only concern
They're
is their
grumpy.
stomach, okay. They're grumpy,
Yeah.
they're upset, they cry, they don't
Yes.
sleep, they're restless. So it's all about their gut. And we as we grow, we kind of just leave our fine tune our system, our synchronicity with our own self. And that's
Mm,
where we actually fail. We actually
mm,
suffer, because we don't know, what are we
mm,
really feeling like. So
mm.
simply explained, if you're smiling right now, your gut is healthy. If there is no disease, your gut is healthy. Yeah, if you can sleep well, your gut is healthy.
you know
Okay.
I just want to share a secret with you, because I'm the host of this entire talk, right? And we can be able to see what is happening at the backstage as well when you talk about, if a person is if a person is grumpy, I can assure you he or she definitely has constipation issue. Both my admin at the back are laughing like mad. It's really true. When you think about it, usually when you can't perform your nature business, it kind of upset you. That is true. When you say that, I reflected myself. It's really upsetting me. It's like you constantly will think, is there something wrong with me? What is wrong? Why I can't? I want to hear from the audience as well. How many of you have had this experience? Let's take a journey of reflection while Vartika is sharing with us. It's a good habit to reflect and kind of like know ourselves better while having a guest all the way to share with us. We do have IDT here, very informative with thumbs up. Thank you, IDT. Thanks for joining us. And okay, so you know the side effects beside not a healthy gut, the symptom beside constipation, what other symptoms that we should be aware of?
Okay. So see, symptoms, if you're bloated, okay, you don't know the reason. You're eating very healthy, you're
Mm,
exercising every day, but still you are bloated. That is
mm,
one symptom. If you have acidity, that is another symptom. If
mm.
you have that, pain, constant pain in the stomach, or frequent vomiting or diarrhea, That is again a symptom of healthy gut. And I would say a lot of autoimmune diseases, they are
Mm,
actually, so if you talk about Hashimoto, if you talk about thyroid disorder, if you talk about any other disorder, any other autoimmune disorder that comes to your mind, it begins from gut. Even
gut.
cancer for that matter. Okay, because see, a lot of commonalities that have been seen in people suffering from cancer, and one is excess of
Mm-hmm,
vata dosh, which we correlate with Ayurveda.
mm-hmm,
Also, we can also correlate with their gut, because excess of vata dosh, that means constipated, that means dry intestines, and that actually
mm-hmm.
is a reason why a lot of people get cancer. That is one of the reason, not the only reason, but one of the reason why. So yeah, a lot of symptoms are reflected. Even your skin, if it's not shining, okay, that means gut is an issue.
That caught my
Yes.
attention right away. How many female audience there when she said skin, then ta-da!
Yeah, a healthy gut shows. See, it's not about complexion, okay? It's about
Yes.
that glow on your face. You could be dusky, you could be white, you could be dark, you could be
Mm-hmm.
wheatish, any complexion, but your skin should shine. You should glow from inside. That is a sign of a
Mm.
healthy gut. That
Nice.
is a
We
sign.
have quite a fair of comments over here. Yes, yes, yes. Then I'll reflect if I eat not healthy food, unhealthy food. Yeah. Yeah. If didn't do my nature call properly, feel like something stuck inside my body to send to be grumpy. To tend to be grumpy, it's like undone business exactly. And Angel, fantastic awareness. Yeah, beautiful. So Radhika, how is gut relates with obesity?
Simply, I'll give you one example.
Mm.
People who have unhealthy gut, okay, they tend to be in a hustle. They tend to not eat on time. They also don't chew their food very well. Okay. Now, see, understand that when
I
your gut,
think out of the
okay,
three, I hit two of it already.
okay, take yourself seriously, Christina.
Yes,
You need
yes,
to, you need to,
yes.
because
But I start
because
to
see
have the
that,
awareness to chew more. I put an
yeah. Oh, good,
intention
good.
to chew more.
That's good.
I think I started this exercise a month ago to really chew more, and it makes a difference. I realize it makes a difference.
It
Mm.
does.
I feel
It does.
better. I feel my body feel lighter. I
And
don't
you
know
eat
whether it makes sense
less.
to. I don't. Yeah,
It does,
yeah.
it does. You eat less. Because see, the system goes like whenever you eat food, there is a nerve, cranial nerve, which connects your stomach and your gut and your brain. Okay. And the signal goes from your brain to your stomach that boss, stop eating food. But when you're
Mm,
eating fast, you're just eating constantly, constantly, and the signal has not reached your brain. And that's when you don't realize that you need to stop here. And that's when you overeat. But when you chew your food, see, when we chew, the digestion, that this is nature. Okay, the digestion, as salivary glands, when they give saliva, when it mixes with food, there are also certain enzymes mixed in your saliva. Now that those enzymes, can you hear me?
mm.
Okay, so those enzymes,
Yes.
they break down carbohydrate, fats. Okay, and that's where the digestion begins in your mouth. Now if you remove one step of digestion from your body, okay, your stomach is actually producing a lot of acid because it has to do the job of your teeth. Why are we blessed with teeth? Okay, understand that we that every part of our body there is a reason behind it, and that's the reason why we have it. Okay, nature did not just give
Mm.
it for a heck of it. No, we have to understand that we need to use our teeth, use the saliva, mix the food, make it like water. And that's an ancient saying in India. Chew your food so much that it becomes so you should actually drink your food and chew your water. That's a very, very old saying. Drink your food and chew your water. So have water sip by sip and make your food so liquidy in your mouth that it is drinkable. Make it liquid, mix it with saliva so well, chew it, churn it in your mouth so that your stomach is now, it is at ease. It can, now the acid will do its job, then all the other enzymes will do their job. Otherwise, most of the time stomach is just, poor thing. Yeah, look at it, poor thing. It is doing somebody else's job. It is not even doing its job. And that's when there is a lot of acid or there's less acid, because they don't know what to do. I mean, your stomach doesn't know what to do. And that's when you are in trouble. That's when either constipation or gas or acidity or bloating, and a lot of women suffer from bloating. A lot of women, they they come to me with this, that, Vartika, I exercise so much. Morning my stomach is in, and by evening it looks like I'm 4 or 5 months pregnant. Okay, and just the reason is that you are not looking at these simple lifestyle measures that you could do, which is in your
Mm,
control and not anybody else's. And honestly, you don't
mm.
need pills or those antacids, or those drinks. If you just do basic things in your life, if you just
This is
follow your, sorry.
this is a lifestyle then, right? It's
Absolutely,
like a
absolutely.
lifestyle practice.
It is a lifestyle practice. You need to, this is basic. This is common sense, I would say. It is just common sense, which is not so popularly common these days.
So we have a question: if eat too fast, stomach will overwork in a way, which I think Vartika just explained it. Like, right?
Yes,
Anything
it
you would like to
does.
add on to this question?
See, what happens is our stomach's work is to give acid, okay? And that acid has its own job. Okay, I'll just make it
Mm,
very simple. If acid is there, okay, and if the food is not digested, the stomach would give more and more acid so that it breaks down into simpler substances. Okay, and that's the reason why your stomach is actually overactive. It is not doing what it needs to.
mm,
It is just doing, you're pressurizing it. Okay, same way, if and that's the reason why there is acidity, acid reflux in a lot of people. Or the acid, then some people have a very good system of their body where they will not have acid reflux, but that food, when it goes down, it will produce gas. Okay, then again, moving on further, if it goes in large intestines, now your large intestines and your small intestines, they have a particular job to do. And your small intestine, the area, the surface area of the small intestine is like the size of a tennis court. It's so big because it has villi, it has projections like a towel. It absorbs everything. Okay, and what happens is, when the products are which are there in your stomach, they are not in the correct form. Okay, there are things that
mm.
that are actually leaked in your blood from your villi, because these this towel is porous, and these things are actually hurting the lining of your intestines, hurting the lining of your stomach. And that's when it enters your blood, and then it creates another problem. So again, work on the basics, work on the root cause, and half of your problems will be solved. Okay, and it is just very simple.
Mm.
I have written a poem, and whenever I get an opportunity, I like to narrate it, like how a millennial is working. It's maddening. I had written this poem some time back, so whenever I maybe in the end I will read it aloud.
Oh, please do share it out. So, Vertika, you talk about because of our lifestyle, the way, the speed that we eat, right? And we did not chew our food. And one of the symptoms is the bloatiness, right? So I guess this is a very common thing that a lot of us are facing right now. So are you suggesting that try to eat slowly, enjoy your food, chew more, like what you say? And what was the phrase that you say in India? Eat your food
Chew,
and
no,
chew your water.
drink your food and chew your water.
Drink your food. Drink
Yes,
your
drink
food
your
and
food.
chew your water.
Yes,
I see. Okay, I think I'm having a little bit of internet issue because it's raining heavily over here around my area. So I hope you can hear me well. You can
yes,
you
I
can
can.
hear me well,
So
right,
far,
Vatika?
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
All right.
yes.
Great. 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 So that is one of the way that it links with obesity, right? Because of the way we eat.
Yes, yes. And then the simple, concept, the simple math, energy in, energy out. That is there. That is there. But when your brain doesn't get signal, you tend to eat more. So there is a lot of energy, a lot of calories that you're consuming. And we are consuming a lot of calories, then definitely. this is what it is. You
Mm,
are going to put on weight. Your body is going to go to that
mm,
starvation mode. I mean, to that deposition where it deposits a lot of
mm,
calories, turns it into fat, and that's the another
mm,
biochemistry
mm.
of your body.
Is is there any spiritual perspective to look at a healthy gut and weight as well to restore? Is there a spiritual
Yes,
perspective
yes.
since we are on this
The
holistic topic?
Sure. So, Christina, see, understand that we all are made of emotions. Okay, we are normal people. Everybody's like in a householder or a working woman or a working man, and we have different things that we want to do which we don't achieve. Okay, and what happens is when we are not able to achieve something, either we are fearful. Okay, either we have anxiety, either we have depression, either we have stress, and there are people who don't reflect, okay, that they are stressed,
Mm,
who don't reflect their anger, they eat their anger up. That's where your emotional well-being comes in picture. Okay, and there, at times it is important that you go with the flow. It is really important that you go with the flow, surrender to the higher reality. There are things that are not happening, okay, but probably there's something better. Last week I met two people, and they were saying that I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Okay, both of them said the same thing, and I just said that if it has come your way, then see, figure it out. Probably it is a thing that you need to do, because what have you been doing these days, it is just not working in your favor. Okay, so take a leap of faith. So again, leap of faith is directly related to spirituality. When you surrender, when you understand that, okay, probably this is the way to go, or just go with the flow, is when you are at peace. And when you are at peace, a lot of things work properly. So there are four pillars of wellness that I always say, which is your nutrition, first thing, because it makes 70% of your body, your exercise, then there is your sleep and emotional well-being. Okay. Now,
mm,
if you are stressed, if you have anxiety, if you don't trust the process, your sleep will be your sleep would be affected, your emotional health would be affected, you would be angry, or depressed, or you could just, there is something called emotional eating. Okay, there are people who
mm,
just eat up their anger, and
mm,
they just find comfort in food. Okay,
mm.
so these all things are so related, they're so related.
I used to
There's
be like
some,
that.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, but
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad that you worked on that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad.
I'm glad that I had that awareness, in the end. I think it was a few years ago where I realized I've been eating up my emotions. When I'm happy, I will find something. When I'm not happy, I'll find something else to eat. That's where I start to have the awareness. And you are very right, Vartika. Awareness is really a key thing. Not everyone reflect. So in the past, when I'm not aware, it's because I never reflect, the connections between my emotions and food. But you highlighted it so well: nutrition, exercise, sleep, and emotional well-being, the four pillars of health. It's so beautifully explained. Yep, sorry, Vartika, please continue. I interrupted you because
No
if you make
problem.
me realize, like, oh my God, yeah, that was me. I don't know how many out there who is listening now, part of you will like, oh, ding ding, there's a light bulb lit up, that shows that maybe you falls into one of this trap that we don't even realize. Thanks for sharing with us. Yeah, please, Vadika, go ahead. So you were talking
So
about the emotions.
yes. So see, these are four pillars. Like they hold us together, all of them. And if one pillar is shaky, then of course the castle goes down. As I said, that your gut is the queen of castle, and if the queen is upset, the castle it brings down the entire kingdom, and this is what happens. So coming to emotional well-being, now what we need to do is we need to, of course, surrender, understand, go with the flow. These all things are there, but at the same time, be mindful. Now, what happens
Mm,
is, even for example, simple example, when we are eating and when we are not chewing food, we are just, this happens mostly when we are eating noodles. Okay, you are taking that bowl, that scoop in, the fork in your hand, and you're slurping those noodles, and you're swallowing them, and they're going in. There's hardly any chewing happening there. So again, if you take that fork and then twist it and then put it in your mouth and chew those noodles. Now this is a simple act of mindfulness. And
You, you know what? You really got me, Vartika. I was having angel hair spaghetti just now, and it's like a pile of noodle in my plate. And you know how you eat spaghetti, you actually turn it around on your fork, right? You scoop it and twist the noodle around, and it become one big lump like this, and you put inside your mouth. So the first two bites, I noticed I wasn't chewing at all. The first two bites,
yes,
because that was a
yes,
habit. That was a habit over the years. I built inside me. Running events, you tend not to eat so slow. You only have very limited time to eat, so you build the habit of eating really fast. So it was the third bite only, it caught me, my mindfulness kick in, and I have to
exactly.
count how many times I'm chewing that noodles that was in my mouth. That's why when you say, it's like eating noodles, I'm like, oh no, today everything is set up so perfectly for me to have this conversation with Vertika.
I read your eyes. I think I do. I think probably this entire mindfulness and meditation that I do, I can probably read up people's mind and their eyes. Oh, samadhi, moksha. Wow, I'm there. Oh my
Exactly,
God.
exactly. How many out there, when who is watching it now, when Vartika share about eating noodles, and please share with me your experience. Don't just allow me alone exposing my habits. Please share with me. Feel free to share with me your habit and what is your realization after Vartika highlighted it. It's a very good example. Eating noodles, and noodles is one of the big thing in Asia country. Every races, every culture, we eat noodles, right? Yeah. Vertika, please continue. So mindfulness is one of it.
Mindfulness, yes, yes. So first was surrendering, going with the flow, having faith, having, you know being hopeful in life. First was that, and second important aspect related to that was mindfulness, because this is something that does affect your emotional well-being. Also, coming to my F's now, there is one
Okay.
very important F. Do you want me to stop here, and
No,
you want
no, no,
to?
go. Eh, just a quick one. We have Angel saying it's beautiful, and we have, yes, yes, especially when we are rushing. Even now, lockdown, we still rush in eating. Yeah, because maybe a lot of us have meetings back to back, especially working from home. So this has not become it became a habit that we rush in eating. Yeah, if noodle soup, we'll just swallow the noodle then chewing it.
And then drink water on.
Yeah. Okay, so all of us who are now watching it, or even if you are watching this replay, make sure this install into the heart of you. Chew your noodles. Don't swallow it right away with a gulp of glass of water. And along the journey, I'm sure Vartika will share with us how to restore our gut health as well as weight. So she's now going into the 4F. Let's go to that. Beautiful ladies. Thank you, Angel. So what is the first F that you want to talk about?
Okay, so first thing that I want to say is I want to narrate my poem. May I
Mm,
please?
yes,
Okay.
please.
So this is
I love
about a
poems.
successful. So this is about a successful millennial. Children are born with a closed fist. The world around them is surrounded in a mist. A million dreams are in their parents' eyes, to which they want them to recognize. Quack, bow, and moo brings them joy. Their best friends are little toys. Fast forward in life, they grow up to compete with the unknown, sprinting like the much ideal clone, taking fast steps with adrenaline rush, asking emotions to hush, hush, hush. Amygdala is poking the hypothalamus, rising cortisol for the desire to live in the skyscrapers. Social media and mindless scrolls tugs upon their reins. Too much caffeine started running in their veins.
Oh my God.
Elevators and cars make them lazy. Cycling in the room? Nah, not at all crazy. Their poop is stuck with floating air. Okay, did I mention air? Their lungs are, oh man, in total despair. There's a shift of air from lungs to bottom. Only Gandhi wears clothes made of pure cotton. Luster of money, bought them honey. Oh, I can't stand the heat, it's so sunny. Tongues are tied, can't let out my voice. They're scared, they have no choice. Life is short, but bills are long. The loans are singing their own dreadful song, skyrocketing blood sugars and shooting levels of cholesterol. They say, let me seek comfort in drugs, cigarettes, and alcohol. Soil is fertile, but humans are not. All right, let me shoot you up with some progesterone. They seemed happy, but panicked inside. Social with so called friends, but yelling at spouse and child. Abusing and honking their busy donkeying. Sleepless nights, no time for a bite. What a dreadful sight. Just to reach that height. Priorities now have a new definition. Everyone around is on their own mission. Thoughts and worries are floating in their heads, while hurry and curry won't let them eat and rest in bed. From headaches to popping pills, honey, that's a really long bill. They are stuck in a matrix. Darling, time to pop that Lasix. They need that drug in a mug because they are so bugged. While guilt has been pushing their boundaries, blood clots are pushing their arteries. Well, it's too late now. There's no time to go back. Their only journey forward is when they hit the real sack.
I love this so much. It's so beautiful. To all the audience, please
Thank you.
share with us how you feel. I have over here very nice, wow, poet in the making. Exactly, that was in my mind. I was like, oh, poet in the making, man. With your permission, I will love if you can send it in so that we can also publish it on the comment for those who will be watching it. And yeah, do I was like, I don't want to even break the silence, so I make the clap very soft just now. It's just so
Thank you.
impactful. And even I wasn't reading the words, just hearing you recite it, it just feels so right to the current situation that everyone is facing. Nice, really express what many going through exactly. um Sorry, porters in the making. Yes. So
So sweet of you.
yeah, it's really, really nice. And it's really to the point of everyone is facing, especially. I remember something you mentioned about the curry and people are not taking it. They rather go for drugs. The soil is fertilized, but not us. We are not ready
Humans.
for it. It makes me reflect a lot. So I would really love to have that poem and to put it on our
Sure.
Body Mind Soul platform, if
I'll
you,
share
with your
it.
permission. And
Sure. I'll share
Vartika,
that with you.
so after this, which make us, the poem really make us to reflect a lot about our lifestyle, about our connection with ourselves and also the people around. Whether you mentioned in your poem, they're so nice in the social, but not with the people that they are loving, or not with the people that are staying with them. That is really a reality that some are facing as well. So, Vertika, what are the 4F that will not I feel this 4F is not to just restore our gut health and also our weight, but also it might help us to restore our life as well. So Vartika, the 4F,
Sure.
which one would you
Sure.
like to share with the audience
First
first?
one, first one we already discussed. It's the fork, which is not just the food, but also our consumption. The food, not just we are eating on the plate, that is also which is served off the plate. We love to consume the food, the vices, the material, the information, the content. Okay, we are constantly in this habit. I was just talking to someone half an hour ago before we started this live of ours, and he said that Vartika, you need to have a life. I said, why? Why do I have to need a life? I mean, I sleep on time. I wake up at 5 and I sleep by 9:30 at night. Why? What makes you think that I need
That
to have
you're
a life?
not
And he said,
having a life.
yeah, and he knows my routine, and he said that Pratika, you don't have anything, and there's so much information available. And I said, why is there a need to consume so much information? Why do we have this constant desire to consume so much information? We are constantly consuming, and feeding our bodies, feeding our minds so much that we are confused at the end. We don't know what to do. It could be anything.
Mm,
It could be having a smoke or late night parties, or
mm.
pursuing a profession that makes you unhappy. I have seen people who wake up in the morning with a crying face that, oh God, I have to still go to office. And I said that, why are you doing it to yourself? Why? They're running for that branded purse, that high profile purse, so that they could show off in front of people. But why? We have forgotten our purpose. We have forgotten the reason why we are here. Okay, everybody has their own purpose to excel, the hunger, the desire. Even I have a hunger, a desire to reach out to more people, to make them acquainted with this information of lifestyle, the light, the
Mm.
truth of lifestyle. But that doesn't mean I'll compromise my own well-being for that. We need to understand, what are we really hungry for? Could you sit quietly with focus and consciously eat that slice of, that chocolate cake? You would realize you don't need it more than one piece. And if you enjoy it, if you really, like, take a piece and then savor it, and then bite by bite, taste by taste, feel it, texture to the sweetness and everything. But what we are trying to do is, we're trying to just gobble it up. This is just one example of fork, but another, a lot of examples. For example, there are people who are trying to just fit in a particular circle, so that they're approved, they are loved, they are liked. you know it doesn't make them happy. It's just make them feel, their emotions, their well-being is being validated
Mm.
because of style, their fashion, their wealth. You don't have to, tell me an answer. To be honest, you have to tell yourself an answer. You have to be honest to yourself. You need to
Wow.
understand yourself. That is the
Wow.
biggest thing. That is the biggest thing. Consumption of a particular item. It's not just food which is served on the plate. It is something that has been served off the plate.
Wow. So we have a comment here. Fork is food and information that we consume daily from our senses. Wow. And Angel is saying yummy. I think it's referring to the chocolate cake that you were sharing just now. And it makes sense, Vartika, when you said about fork, it's not just about things that you consume on the plate, but also off the plate. It's really enlightening. I would like to thank you. It makes some senses to me as well. Yeah. And, when you
Exactly.
were talking about the chocolate cake, if you really savor it, really taste it, it's truly like what you say. You just needed that one slice, and that's enough. And you will not
Yeah,
consume more than that.
exactly. So this is so much related to your gut health and to obesity and other diseases, for that matter, because we are see this entire hustle, this entire way through which we eat and consume information. There is somewhere some void, some kind of, thing that is making you feel very shallow from inside. very
Mm,
lonely from inside. And that's where you look at things which you really don't need, but you're consuming them because you're just consuming for the heck of it. You don't need them.
mm.
That's
You
what I
have
think.
Angel over here saying, like, yes, you are absolutely right. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And what is the anything more to add on the fork, Vartika, before we move to the next one?
A lot more. There is actually, I mean, I can be on and on for hours. But because, see, small little examples actually, they it's anything, consuming anything, any kind of, we're watching Netflix because my friends have been watching that series and they say it's wonderful. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm actually not sleeping on time. I'm actually staying up till 4 5 in the morning, and then affecting my entire okay, somebody says I can hear my dad speak. Is it you, Christina? Okay.
Yeah. So it goes back on the comment part. It goes back to basic of our awareness and mindful in consumption of food and life. So our choice is important. Vartika, is our
Yes,
choice important?
absolutely. You have to make a choice. You need to be in alignment with yourself. You need to understand what you really want. So I always advise people, I mean, this could be a tip for people who are listening to me. Whenever you think, first of all, before acting, think what you really want, and close your eyes, breathe, and understand the purpose why you are here.
Mm,
What are you doing? Understand your purpose. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? I'm not asking you to quit. Okay, don't quit. If something comes your way, you have to do it. You don't have to quit. That's how you work, because that's a karma. Okay, but at the same time, understand your purpose. And if it doesn't serve the purpose, then you better let it go and move on to your journey, to your path, because that is
mm,
what will work in your
mm,
favor
mm,
and people
mm,
around
mm.
you as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. And should we go to the second F that you would like to share?
Yes. Let's
Which
let's go.
one?
Let's go. Otherwise, I can take hours.
which which F would you like to pull it up?
Next would be misuse of fear.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so then this pandemic has actually defined fear in various ways. It could be anger, frustration, anxiety, sleeplessness, anything. But you know what? As humans are very very creative. I mean, we created so much around us, and we have this ability to control as well, to manage and to release the stress which is caused by fear or anxiety. Now, chronic stress, what it does is it also means constant activation of our nervous system to produce those stress related hormones. So in ideal situation, for example, if you have a tiger or a lion chasing you, this stress hormone is important because you need to, you need that little bit of stress in your life, otherwise you will be eaten up. But in current scenario, what is happening is we are getting anxious with little incidences. For example, there are people who have examination, okay, and that the students specifically, they have the stomach upset, and the
Mm,
stomach is hurting, and uh, the constant trip to loo, for example, either to pass urine, or to have constipation, or gas, or diarrhea, or anything. So that is fear, which is reflected in different forms. Then a lot of
mm,
us have
mm,
anger issues, okay, like some
mm,
have anger against the family, some have against the community, maybe world, maybe, and some people just get mad at a drop of a hat, anything, any trigger, and they are done. You have to just put that thing there, and you're done with the job. They will blast off. So a lot of time, the real reason of getting mad is not the action. It's a thought, that trigger which is always in our head. Especially, like for example, just one example that we already discussed was constipation. That was a trigger. Okay, and anything comes your way, you will lose it. You will lose it.
mm,
Okay, and this trigger could be, other than constipation, it could be, delayed payments, or your household works, or your worry that you couldn't fit in, your
Mm.
consumption. Oh, I haven't done this, I haven't learned this, and I haven't spoken to this, and I haven't read this, and I need to know this, I need to update myself. So it's all about your mindset. We all are very unique in our own ways, and we need to embrace our uniqueness. We need to get in tune with our uniqueness, because I am
Get
different.
in
You are different.
tune.
We all are different. Yeah, it's all about your bio individuality. It's all about you. Okay, it's not about how I think about you, or how what I want, or and there is one thing which is very very unique these days is fear of unknown. Okay,
Mm.
we don't know what is going to be, but we have imagined the entire scenario in your mind. What if this person does this and this and this happens and that happens? Okay, you've created the entire story and entire even in your mind. That is another fear. Okay, and
Mm.
these are so closely related to everything that you do, because this works again on your emotional well-being. This is again, for example, uh, uh, if we say, if I talk about being grateful, of gratitude. Okay, we need to understand that how privileged we are. Okay, for what we have and what we don't have here. We have a roof. We are privileged enough to have a roof, have food on our tables. Yes, that is not enough in current scenario, but at least we have that. So we should be at least grateful for what we have and what we don't have. We don't have hunger with us. We don't have tsunami right now, or any of the natural calamity. We should be thankful for that as well. But no,
Mm.
we are in this mode of creating a scenario,
Though
entire.
we are so prone to create the worst case scenario in
Exactly.
our
Exactly.
imagination, right? So,
Exactly.
Vartika, when we have this awareness that I know and I realize I'm creating a story or a plot inside my mind and it tends to go negatively, what can I do about it? And how can this help us to have a healthy gut and a weight as well?
Sure. Again, it comes back to your mindset, your mindfulness, your awareness. Okay. First of all, be in the moment. You don't have to think about future. You don't have to imagine things. Okay. Be in the moment. Understand the current place. And when we are not in fine tune with ourselves is when we all do all these mistakes. We become more fearful. One simple practice is breathing. Breathe whenever
Mm.
you have such thoughts in your mind. Just sit
Breathe
down,
it out.
calm yourself. Yes, breathe, because it has to do a lot with your mental well-being. And again, when your mind is out of whack, you do all sort of mistakes. I've seen people falling down for no reason. They will just fall, slip down the ladder, I mean the steps, because of the reason is that they're so stressed. I saw somebody drinking hot water. She took out water from a kettle and she just drank hot water without even thinking that it is hot. She burnt her
Oh
throat
my
because she
God.
was stressed. Yeah, and it is. So we have to be present in the moment. So whenever such circumstances come around you, reflect, think, breathe, write it down, or speak to a person, or get a coach for yourself who will listen to you without any judgment. Because world is full of we are, I think I'm also very tired of judging people. I have been doing it all my life, that this person is like that and this person like that. But understand that we don't have to judge anyone. Start. Charity begins at home. Okay, start from yourself. You don't have to judge people. And then find someone who would listen to you without judging.
Mm.
Because we when there is judgments, there is always some kind of verdict which is passed, which again worsens the scenario. So a coach is a
Mm.
person who actually listens to you. So we need to understand that as well.
Mm.
And
Mm.
there are different tools. You could write a diary, you could write a journal, just sit and pray. This is also a very, very good way to get rid of your fear, because when your mind is concentrated, focused on one point, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you understand. A lot of people get answers when they are meditating. And
Mm.
meditation doesn't mean that sit under a tree like a Buddha. No, we can't become Buddha. Okay, we are very far from becoming a Buddha. So you don't have to be a Buddha. You don't have to achieve salvation for that, and to find answers of your current current problems, current scenario. What you need to do is just be in fine tune with yourself. And to be in fine tune with yourself, you just need to sit, find peace, focus on your breath, and see how you lose weight. Because again, here when you're fearful, your cortisol level increases. Stress hormones, when they are up, that's
Mm-hmm.
when your body goes in that mode where it has to preserve things.
Mm.
because
Mm.
because we are trying, we are all designed in such a manner that we are going to preserve everything, hold on to everything, because the body doesn't know what are you going to lose. And
Mm.
that's when you fall sick. Obesity,
Mm.
again, coming back to the original point, obesity, because you're not eating well, your metabolism is screwed up. Sorry,
Mm.
yeah, but it is absolutely out of whack. And that's when,
Mm.
again, your digestion, your assimilation, your processing, everything is
Linked
affected
to
in a
each and
very, very bad.
another.
Yeah, it is intellect. So that is why we call it integrated approach. I just can't look at your nutrition, I just can't look at your exercise. There is much more to you, because you are so much.
Nice,
I
nice,
hope it
nice.
makes sense. I
No,
hope I
no,
make
yeah,
sense.
it does, and it's still making senses. How about the third F? So we have talked about fork. You know, it's not just consuming what is on the plate, but what's off the plate. We talk about fear and how fear will affect us, and be mindful of our fear. And when you know you are fearing of something, you created a plot in your mind that is all need to or normally tends to um, negative. That's where you breathe it out. You know, find a spot to just breathe it out. You can journal it out, you can meditate like what you have suggested. What is the third F?
What if I say,
Finger.
yeah? And what does this reflect?
Finger.
Yes, yes. Okay, of course, everybody knows. I mean, it's a well-known information that smoking has its own side effects, ill effects. Smoking kills, it causes cancer and all of that. Both active and passive smoking, it directly affects your lungs. But even if you're not a smoker, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't breathe the way you should, your journey with
Oh.
chronic pain and diseases has already begun, or it is about to begin. Okay. See, and we need to also understand that our lungs, they are the source of the air, the vital
Mm-hmm.
force, the prana
Mm-hmm.
shakti, and everything in our body moves because of air. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and our body has trillions of cells. Okay, and these cells get that fuel from the breath that you take. So again, smoking is one part, but if you're misusing your lungs, even if you don't smoke, that doesn't mean that you are safe. You're not. So if you have noticed that a dog's breath is very shallow, they take
Mm-hmm.
around 40 to 50 breaths per minute, and their lifespan is about 12 to 15 years, maybe 20 years. But if you look at a tortoise, it takes about 4 to 5 breaths per minute, and they live for 100 years. The range of
Mm.
breaths per minute is actually proportional to your lifespan. While you
Wow.
can't, yeah, yeah. So you,
You
you,
so
you
you
actually,
calculate how many times you breathe per minute to know whether you are misusing. You know, yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. You know, in what way I misused my lungs if we are non-smokers? So you are saying the way we breathe in per minute, like maybe we count our regular breath per minute, how many times we breathe in and out. Is that
so
one
what
of the
people are
way?
doing, so what people do is
Mm.
they so ideally, technically, you should breathe, inhale completely and exhale completely. For example, if I make you do this exercise,
Please.
inhale one. So inhale, start inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. This is the perfect way. And when you inhale deep, your inhalation and exhalation should be equal. Now what people do is they will use like 30% of the capacity of their lungs. Technically, you should use your diaphragm, you should use
Mm.
the intercostal muscles here, and you should
Mm.
use your clavicular muscles here, just below your collarbone. This is something that is very rarely used. So half of the air is here, trapped inside. It's not never going out. It's just there. What we are doing is
Mm.
either using your abdomen. Breathe. Check it out. Check it out. Keep your hands here, and just close your eyes and feel these muscles here are moving.
You know, I
These are
never know
exactly.
this muscle move when I breathe. This is the first time I have lived my life for 38 years.
Okay.
I'm having so much fun. I hope the audience is having fun as much as I. When you were saying just now, you said, underneath the collarbone, there are a lot of air stuck here. That's what you mentioned just now, right? Like if we didn't breathe
Yes.
properly, or we misuse our lungs. But just now when you are telling me, I just quietly observe, it actually moved. Like there is air going in and there's air coming out.
You're using the entire capacity. And do you know your abdominal muscles? Now, I link it with obesity. How? When you're not using your abdomen, a lot of people, first of all, breathe other way around. They just breathe reverse. When they inhale, the stomach will go in, and when they exhale, the stomach will go. First of all, we are not giving liberty to our own our muscles. That entire trend of keeping the stomach in, that flat belly,
Mm.
is actually not helping us. It's not helping us because people are trying to trap the air inside just to keep the stomach flat. Okay. And they're not
Oh.
breathing completely, they're just breathing shallow. So a lot of thin
Mm.
people also have a lot of cholesterol issues because they're not
Mm.
using their abdominal muscles in a perfect manner. So technically, when you breathe, our lungs are like a balloon. They expand. Your intercostal muscles, which are here, they should also expand. Your
Mm.
abdomen should go out, and you should use these muscles.
Mm.
You should use these muscles. Intercostal muscles are here, just near your ribs. If you keep your hands near your rib, and then
Mm-hmm.
when breathe, see it expands like
Yeah, it's
this and
expand.
contracts like this. Yes. And now keep your hand on your belly. Close your eyes and breathe and see whether you're breathing correctly or not.
Yeah, when I inhale, my stomach go bigger.
Yes, this is the right way. But that's because I've told you. Most of the time, people just find it difficult to breathe in the correct way. When they inhale, their stomach will go in. And when they exhale, their stomach will go out. Probably
Mm.
you are the one who's aware. Probably that's the reason why you could find it correct. But most of the time, when I meet them for the first time, they find it so difficult to do it. When I learned this technique, I was finding it difficult, and I was, I think, 19 at that time. When I learned this technique, I was in my college, I was doing my graduation, and when I learned this, and I found that okay, I'm doing it all wrong for 19 years of my life. Maybe not 19 years, because when I was born, probably I was okay. But
Yeah.
as in when life happened to me, maybe in my teenage, I did it all other way around. And this is what is
Mm.
happening with people. We are not using lungs to full capacity. We are not even using them correctly. Forget capacity, using them correctly. Now we realize
Mm.
that, okay, this is also to be used. So when you breathe, use the entire portion. Your diaphragm should go down. That's how your stomach will go out. Your intercostal muscles will expand. And this is also a passage because you breathe from here, you breathe from here as well. Keep your hands here
Mm.
and see these muscles are also getting engaged. And when your all muscles are getting engaged, there will be definitely fat loss because your body systems are working in a proper proportion. So a lot of people actually lose weight only through meditation and breath work.
I'm gonna do that.
Because when you meditate, when you do your breath work, you are mindful of everything that you do.
Yes, yes,
And that's how
including the
your
way you
food.
eat. Yeah.
Exactly. So everything is just so interlinked. It's an integrated approach everywhere.
We
Coming
have
back
we
to the
have
same point.
we have comment like great informations, and we also have we scared our stomach big, so we contract our belly. I feel stress also make us have short breath, rush, and anxiety too. Yeah, I realize when I'm on tension, my breath is very shallow.
Shallow.
Yeah, very shallow and very short, and I have to bring my awareness to so that I
That's because
feel
you are
better.
with mind, body, soul. Okay, you are a part of this community, body,
Yes,
mind,
yes,
soul
yes,
community. You're building a
yes,
community, and that's the
yes,
reason
yes,
why you
yes, yes,
kind of
yes.
get this. You're getting it very
Awareness.
easily.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are
yeah,
aware, but
yeah.
not all people are aware. They are busy hustling. They are doing their own stuff.
So just a
That's where the
recap with
problem.
all the audience, finger is, if either you smoke, smoke would jeopardize. Definitely, we all know that. But if you're a non-smoker like me, be aware of your breath, be aware how you breathe, whether you have misused your lung. And we will come to the last F before Vartika, if you have anything else to add. If not, we can
Uh,
go to
let's
feet.
move on. Let's move on. Yes, let's move on
Yes.
to feet, which is physical activity. Everybody knows about it, how important it is. Feet resemble your physical activity of any form. It can be yoga, running, Zumba, Pilates, just walk in the morning. It involves movement, involves functionality. It
Mm.
keeps you happy by releasing these happy hormones, keeps the chronic diseases away, and make you feel good. And the simple math again, calorie in, calorie out. Obesity works. Okay, it works for obesity. But there are now because of this funny trend of exercising. Okay, now
Mm.
this is so much that you know people are overdoing things. People are really overdoing things. They will
Overdoing
push
things.
themselves. If yes, they are not sleeping probably for like uh, 6 to 8 hours, and they just want to hit the gym, push themselves so much. I know of a person who actually works out for 2 to 3 hours a day and sips coffee all day so that she can fight her sleep, and she has high blood pressure. Her weight is
Oh my God.
absolutely normal. She's fine. She looks beautiful. But what is happening in inside? We don't know because we want to those, again, look pretty. It has to be
Fit in,
always,
the fit
yeah, fit
in.
in, fit in mentality in those clothes, wear that corset so that those flaps are not visible. We are not loving our body. Yeah, problem is that we need to actually hug ourselves very tight. We need to hug, love yourself, hug yourself. This is a medium through which you are doing so much, you're achieving so much, you're happy, you have relationships through this. Imagine if there's soul, no form. How would you have this interpersonal relationship? Okay,
Mm.
so we need to understand that we need to love ourselves the way we are. I'm not saying that don't work hard for yourself, just love yourself. No, that doesn't work. But there has to be a balance. There has to be
Mm.
some kind of, uh, you know, thinking that, okay, this is enough. And plus, we are, again, householders. You don't have to beat yourself up if you're not able to lose those, last 3 kilos. You
Mm.
don't have to. You don't have to do that. It's all right. I recently had someone who was like 60 kilos of weight, and she said, I want to lose weight. And she was on all sort of fat diets. And I said, boss, what is going on? You have constipation. Your body is weak because you have not been exercising anything. You just want to lose weight. And
Mm.
you can't sleep well. Every day you have a neck pain or back pain or your legs are shaky. Now, what do you call yourself? Are you healthy just because you want to fit in that dress? No. If you are healthy, if you don't have constipation, if your body is functioning normally and regularly, and if your face is shining and glowing, and if you're feeling nice about yourself, weight loss will come as a side effect. It
Wow.
is a side effect of a healthy lifestyle. It is not just weight loss. We focus on weight loss. We look at that scale, those that scale business is just booming up, that body mass index and that fat proportion and everything. But understand that the weight loss, optimum weight, your body's weight, is a side effect of a healthy lifestyle. If you are in fine tune with all these four F's, or if you're not misusing these four F's, you will definitely be in your normal body weight range.
Nice. I like, how our audience is, putting down their notes on our comments. Also, the 4 Fs: fork, fear, finger, feet. And then we have also here, fit is to remind us to move our body and yet still love our body. Yes, exactly. And that's really a very nice conclusion, of the feet as well. So, Vertika, anything else you want to add on? I love the part where you remind us, move more and be consistent in our body movement that is under feet, but at the same time, love ourselves, love our body, admire our body. And it's okay not to lose that few kilos that is on the scale, but it's a byproduct. When we have a healthy lifestyle, weight loss will come naturally. And I think that is a myth that a lot of us are missing. We are so drawn into looking into the numbers. So, like what you say, a lot of time we push ourselves. We eventually, some of us become depressed because we are not able to fit in into certain expectation of certain society. Like, for instance, for myself, I think I've shared with you, Vartika, during our meeting. Since young, I've been called like the chubby girl, or even my mom will out of no intention just call me, little fatty, in a very cute way in Mandarin. But somehow that inside me, it's like there's something not very right. It's like you feel, is it something wrong because I'm a little overweight? That also brings me into this journey, I would say spiritual journey, because emotionally I'm judging myself. I am not happy with my weight. I'm not happy with my stomach. I constantly stuck in so that people don't see a big tummy that I'm having, until a point where I feel like, you know what? It's time to just, like the advertisement.
Exactly. Breathe in
Yeah,
and out.
yeah,
Don't hold
breathe
your
in
breath
and
here.
out. Yes, exactly. And we have all this great information sessions. We have Angel F for Fresh, the way you two look. Oh, thank you. And we also have Vertica. Is it true? Our health truly is an outcome of our overall lifestyle, our attitude towards life and ourselves. Our body, mind, and soul must be aligned. What is your take on this, Vertica? Definitely, you have emphasized it quite a lot of time. Body, mind, soul needs to come aligned as a holistic approach. That is why you talk
Absolutely.
about the healthy gut, right? This is a very good
Absolutely.
comment that we have
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is absolutely true. Actually, this is the gist of the entire conversation that we had.
Nice,
It
nice,
definitely
nice.
makes sense.
I think I would like to pull out some of the pointers that you have shared along the way. But just as a conclusion before we end, sleep well, sleep on time, and the circadian rhythm. Maybe you want to explain a little bit what is sleep well. Like you say,
Okay.
your routine is 5:30, 9:30. I can't do that yet, but I'll try my best.
So, you know what? Our body has a clock, okay? And that clock is governed by the sun. Sun is the source of energy. We are all, those little there was a movie, Hindi movie. There was an alien that came to Earth, and that alien needed sun, and as and when he would charge himself up with that sun, and we are all like that. We though we don't we are not aliens, because of course we are living on this planet, but we all need that energy from sun to charge ourselves up. So whenever there is sunrise, technically we should wake up according to sunrise, and we should sleep when the sun sets, because what happens is, now our when there is sunset, there is a clock in our body, okay, which
Mm.
produces a hormone, a sleep hormone called melatonin. Now that melatonin,
Hello.
okay. This one, oh god,
So
she is
cute.
always there whenever. She's always there, like the little visitor. So okay, I'm sorry. I
It's
went.
okay. No, no, no worries. It's normal. It's normal. Let's go back to we need the sun
Yeah.
and we should
So
follow
yeah.
the
So
rhythm of the sun.
Exactly. So that melatonin is released when the sun sets, and then the darkness hits our skin, and that's when we that hormones make us sleep. So what we do, we expose ourselves to light, that blue light that comes from screen these days. Okay,
Mm.
it could be use of mobile phone, it could be screen time like TV, or we are working late nights, and that's when that light is now confusing our body. And when we confuse our body, we don't sleep on
Ah,
time. And that's when
okay.
people are finding it so difficult to sleep at 9:30. You should actually technically not use a mobile phone or a screen 2 hours before going to bed, and see how well you sleep. So the cycle goes is, the energy is at its peak in the morning. Okay, especially during say when you wake up at 5 or 7,
Mm.
your body is still charging up because you've come from that restful
Mm.
level of sleep. Okay, and but
Mm.
when you're
Mm.
up, let's say at when sun rises and that sunshine falls on your body, your energy levels suddenly go up. In
Mm.
Asian countries, it's like between 5 to 7, the sun rises, usually at 6:37. So that's when your body starts charging up, and your body temperature rises, and you become more alert, and your sharpness increases, and you're most productive during that time. Your
Mm.
energy slowly goes down as the sun goes down. So it's like around 3 4 5, evening, you feel a little low in your energy. That's when you need that cup of coffee, and you need that sugar. So all those sugar cravings come at that time. Okay, between 3 to 5 to 7, that period specifically. And when you eat that sugar or have that cup of coffee, you're all charged up again. So you're going against your cycle, you're going against your body. And that's when what happens is, now that coffee has worked so well, you're not getting sleep at 8:39, which technically you should when the sun sets. So again, we
Wow.
are in that mess. But if you listen to your body and go as per the system, eat your dinner by 6:37, okay, latest by 7, because the sun is setting, and then you will automatically feel sleepy at 9. You will be off to bed by 10. But what to do? Our life is such.
Nice. Nice.
You have
Nice.
to have to,
But I'm
is it
sure,
this is
I'm
how,
sure,
yeah.
I'm sure,
I function this way. I absolutely function this way. I
understand.
wake up, and now my body is only, there's a clock in me, which is making me up. I wake up at 5:30 ish every morning. I go to
Mm.
the loo. I go for my walk, and then start my day. And I feel the
Start the
energy
day.
levels are highest at 7, and they diminish as the day progresses. And after 8, my battery is absolutely drained off. I'm dying, and I will not pick up a call also. And if I'm picking up a call, I'm grumpy, and I'm upset that why do I have to talk to people, and I would probably do a mistake at that time, because it's gone. It's not psychological for me because I know it, but this is how I'm listening to my body. I'm in fine tune with my
Mm.
system.
Mm.
And if
Mm.
we
Very
do, and
beautiful.
look at children, look at children, they are following their rhythm wherever you take them. Sun is something which will make you up. So even if jet lag never hits them, because whenever, so when I took my daughter there to the US, from India to US, there is a change in the time, and she was up the very next day because sun, she was following the sun. She was we took her out in a stroller, and she was up all day, and then she sleep, but we took time to adjust, because as you grow older, you tend to get not in tune with yourself, and
Mm.
that's when you don't realize where you're going wrong.
Nice. And I just feel particularly for this point to highlight to all the viewers of all the rest, Vartika has actually shared along the way, work on our emotions, have gratitude, be grateful with what you have and don't have, get a coach, eat smart, move your body, and all this, and the 4F, and for those, who really, really want to understand your gut better, Vartika has written an article on our latest volume, The Gut Queen of the Castle. I love this title so much, and I really learned a lot from this piece as well. So you can also read it free on our magazines, volume 29, as long as you just join Body Mind Soul community, and you can download all the magazine for free. And joining is free for everyone also. In the magazine, we have other articles as well, which are all informative, uplifting, and also advocate a holistic, positive lifestyle. So, Vardika, we have kind of overrun because I enjoyed the conversation so much, and also our audience as well. What is your last take for all the audience pertaining to restoring our gut health or even weight?
Okay, so I'll give you 5 tips, top 5 tips. First of all, eat a balanced diet. Eat something that is not advertised. Okay, this is my favorite. Anything that is advertised is not worth consuming. Okay, because it has all the things that your body doesn't need. So avoid processed food which is advertised, as well as packaged food. So eat smart. Move adequate. Next point. You have to move adequate, be consistent in your movement. If you're not moving adequately, if you're moving less or more, then definitely it is going to affect your well being. Next is sleep. Sleep on time. Please sleep well. Follow the circadian rhythm. I'm not asking you to sleep at 9:30 like I do, but at least as soon as possible, hit the sack, go to sleep. Have a nice, restful sleep. The problem is that we don't manage the time well. So the problem is with time management and not with the work that you have. Okay, because there are people who are finishing that work also on time. So it's your time management skills that you need to work on so that you can sleep on time. Next is
Mm,
emotional well-being. Work on your emotions. You need to be in fine tune with your emotions. Understand yourself.
exactly.
Understand. If you don't understand yourself, you will, what to say? I mean, I've spoken enough about that. You will try to fit in, you will try to do things that you shouldn't be doing. And the last and very important is gratitude. Be grateful to what you have and what you don't. You're privileged. You're so privileged that you have a roof, you have food to eat. Rest is all bonus that you're getting. Okay, the basic needs of your life are met. So be happy with what you have. I'm not asking you to not try. I'm asking you to keep on trying, but don't get stuck to that result that you always
Mm.
wanted to achieve. Keep on
Or that
trying for that.
expectation, that expectation.
Expectations, exactly. Keep on trying, work hard, do your best, but that doesn't mean you kill yourself for that, or you hit yourself, or you be very tough to yourself. Don't, love yourself. So these 5 things, I think, if you follow, if you imbibe in yourself, then probably it is going to affect you in long run. And weight is just a number. It's just a number. It's all in your mind. Work on your well-being,
Nice.
your weight will fall in place.
Nice. I love that. I really, really love that. We have Richa also saying hello from Shillong. And you know what? For all of you who are watching, if you would love to continue your conversation with Vartika, please feel free to connect with Vartika via her Instagram account, where is vartika.meta. You can find her. And if you have any other question, please feel free to continue your question. At the same time, do join our community, and you can read Vartika's article, which is available on the latest volume, volume 29, and about guts, more detail. And the first thing that I remember, one of the tips was eat something about the eat and the chew. Yeah, so you go and read it yourself. I read it, and it just confirmed, my habit is not a very good habit. So with that, I would say thank you so much, Radhika, for spending a beautiful Saturday with us, and to have your daughter accidentally come in. It was all meant to be. It cheered all of us up, and the way she looked at us like, hey, I just need to get that, but that Little girl queen attitude. I love that. I love her. Please send our love to her and to all the audience. Thank you for following and joining us. If you have not subscribed our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe it. Or if you have not followed us on Body Mind Soul magazine page, do follow on our Facebook, as we are consistently publishing and sharing with you more uplifting content to brighten up your days and to empower and inspire all of us to move on in our life with lots of love as well for ourselves. One of the greatest takeaway from you, Vartika, is love ourselves. Is really love ourselves and be in tune with our body, mind, soul for a healthy gut and for a balanced life. And with that, I'll say thank you very much and goodbye to
Thank
you,
you so
Vartika,
much.
and
Thank you.
goodbye
Bye
to
bye. Thank
all
you.
the yes, goodbye to all the audience as well.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you.